Welcome to Off the Rails, bitches.
Yeah.
Oh, that hits all the right spots.
After sweating our asses off,
I haven't had a
That
Bud
feels
Ice.
good.
Yeah, sorry.
They're so cheap and good.
I haven't had one in a million years.
They're
I mean,
good.
they have a really good taste for their price. Like,
Yeah,
you
it's
can get more
$4 for a
expensive.
4-pack.
Yeah, you can get more expensive beer that tastes worse.
True.
It's all relative.
It's all relative.
But no, you were right. Continue. After sweating our asses off, this beer was
I just said delicious.
Off the rails.
off the rails.
You suck at
You set
improv.
me up for something that I already finished that wasn't that thing.
I kicked the camera. So guys, here we are.
Yeah.
Other rails have been evacuated, offed,
It's been off.
dispatched.
And I'm back at it.
Back at it. He's back from Florida.
Good.
Back at
Little
it
thinner,
again.
a little tanner.
No, not thinner. Not thinner at all.
Not really much tanner either.
No, I was until I started peeling.
You know what's crazy is I've been out in the sun for like multiple hours for the last like 4 days, and I'm not like, besides my face, I'm not burning too much. I'm actually getting darker, but I'm using a lot of like, I have this after sun gel, and I also have suntan lotion, so I put that on afterwards. I've been
Yeah,
taking
we
care
had
of
to
my
buy
skin.
some after sun lotion because your boy got blistered.
Boy over here rocks that SPF 50 plus Aveeno baby sunscreen.
I get
That's what, and I put it on like every 45 minutes when I'm in the sun. now.
sunscreen makes me nervous, like chemically.
I would rather.
I mean, yeah, no, it's
You want skin cancer from the sun, or you want skin cancer from the sunscreen? Because one of those is guaranteed to give you skin cancer, and that's going to be the big one up in the sky.
And
You have nothing. Like, your skin needs more sunscreen than more sun, just because of that pasty northernerness.
a pasty Scandinavian.
That's how you get that cancer.
I want to do like the 23.
You're 100% Scandinavian.
I want to have a longer beard. I want to have a Viking beard.
Grow it.
Braided.
You want to trade? You want to trade
Just
beards?
grow your beard.
You wouldn't want the patchiness.
I grew up with the patches.
Yeah, it grows. Just grow your beard, and then
Yeah,
the
but
patchiness
you had a
disappears.
full.
Yeah.
You had a pretty decent beard by this time of my age, though.
Yeah, because I kept shaving
I do too.
and then it grew.
And
But
actually,
I kept growing it too.
Yeah,
It's-
like
it's-
the thing is
It's
like,
proven that shaving doesn't benefit it.
you just gotta grow.
And once you grow it past a certain point, you can't even tell there's patchiness anymore.
Like,
You can on mine because it specifically doesn't.
If you grow up to my length, you're not going to know.
I have images, like especially on my Instagram, of like my facial hair down to here, but there's literally just nothing here. Like it just doesn't grow here, so it's like out, and then just patch, like emptiness.
you're gonna have to grow for a while, but
I know, it's really
You
irritating.
have to grow a beard
Every
patches,
May-
because
like-
mine, like I have these right here that are gone. Like, but when I grow it out, they're gone.
I don't have those. Like, it literally everything just grows.
No,
I'm
yeah,
saying-
you do have a fuller beard, but I'm saying like you
Like,
have
everything just
even,
grows.
Like
I'm an
it didn't
outlier
used
in
to
this
be that way.
family in every appearance.
every beard,
true.
every beard.
I'm an
looks
outlier,
Gross.
yeah.
Every beard goes through an awkward phase. And,
Yeah.
and like,
Mine's in the growth stage
Yeah,
right
but
now.
most
I don't like
awkward
it.
phases-
That is a weird fucking bug. But the majority of beards are like I said, they have patches.
I don't wanna
You just
touch
gotta
that. Is that a
go through
mayfly?
it.
No.
No, I don't
What
know
is-
what it is. I can figure it out, but that requires me getting up, and I don't want to do that.
Like the males in our family grew beards very well, except for me. They're taller except for me. They have different colored hair except for me. They tend better except for me. They have different colored eyes except for me. I'm just
What color are your eyes?
mine go from like
Eyes
dark.
don't change color.
I have images of like
That's lighting.
no, it's literally
Eyes don't change color. Continue. I'm just that's
my
science.
My
That don't
my
change
eyes
color.
have. There are people that have told me that eyes have changed color.
Lighting what you wear will change the color of your eyes. Like my eyes generally look like allegedly a steel gray, but if I wear like a yellow shirt or a blue shirt, my eyes are like as blue as the blue on his mic. Eyes don't change color. That's a myth.
And my eyes sometimes look like light gray. Sometimes they look light green. Sometimes they look
They
dark
look
green.
blue right now.
Yeah, they look blue right now.
See,
because
and
you have
then-
that background behind you. Your eyes look navy blue right now. Like your eyes look.
I mean,
dark,
typically
dark
my
blue.
eyes are blue. I don't know what they look.
Your eyes look pretty light. They look
They
blue,
look
but they
pretty-
look lighter than.
They look green to me. Like a darker green.
I see blue. I see
Well, then
blue.
again, I'm supposed to wear glasses, and I'm not wearing
I mean,
glasses. Now they look pretty blue.
I'm saying
That's
it's all
with the
lighting.
white
Like
edges.
lighting hits different. Like different types of lighting. It's all what you wear. What
My-
other lighting.
It's all relative.
It's all relative. But eyes don't change color. It's science. Sorry.
My hair color
Don't mean
changes.
to. But yeah, that's sun.
That-
sun.
that-
sun
yeah.
does
That does irritate
Sun
me because it
bleaching,
goes
yeah.
from blonde to red a lot, and then back.
That's
I'll
sun.
have blonde roots and red hair, and then
Yeah,
it'll
that's
go
just sun
from.
bleaching. I'll get like really dark brown hair like in the winter, but like during the summer, like it gets lighter.
It's really irritating because like if I'm trying to tan, it's hard to tan and then also have blonde hair because it just looks wrong. Especially if you're sunburned,
You look
have,
like a jabroni.
it looks weird.
He looks like he should be saying like.
I look like
"Sundays."
my
Yeah,
skin.
I'm just saying it just makes you just look red when you have blonde hair. And
Yeah, you do look.
Yeah, like
red.
and if I get any tint in my skin, it's very profound because of the lightness of the hair. When it's redder, it looks a little bit better. But then you also imagine
See, I
a
couldn't
person
shave
with,
my
like,
beard right now because I did get sun. So if I shaved it, I would just have really like just be.
Just
white.
a white.
the June bug scared me a minute ago. So I'm worried about that hell demon that's on the wall right there.
Smash it.
Oh,
Careful.
knocked him off the table. He took off in flight.
They do that
I will
sometimes.
not be contained.
I was expecting him to hit the ground.
So dumb. They're so dumb.
I was expecting him to hit the
yes.
ground, but he like went down and just whoop right back
What
up.
is the purpose of mayflies? Like I feel,
Mayflies?
The fly in May?
June bugs?
no
Mayflies
mayflies.
are different than June
Yeah,
bugs.
Mayflies.
mayflies are just a water bug. They actually are pretty good for a little bit, but then they don't.
They overswarm. It's like
Yeah, they turned my car from white to black.
you guys do get mayflies out there really
But
bad.
June bugs, man.
They were,
June bugs, I don't
they were
understand.
disgusting.
I don't understand why June bugs exist.
And they just hit you, like they just run into.
They're stupid. Like
Like what's this thing that's
feel
gonna
like you
prevent
could
me from
catch-
flying further? Let me run into it.
yeah, I feel like you could set one on fire and it wouldn't move. It'd be like, this is my life now. They just don't move no matter
I
what situation.
think
they're
I'd
in.
probably if someone set me on fire, I'd be like, that's my life now.
What's on the ceiling above you, behind you?
That's a wasp.
That's not a wasp.
Oh shit! What is that?
What is that?
Thing's huge.
Is it another one of those weird bugs?
Oh no, that's massive, dude.
That looks like a cockroach. But not like a
Yeah,
house door. It's like one of those weird outdoor cockroaches.
The
like
Fort
my life out
Lauderdale
here.
Eye Institution says that eye color can change depending on environment.
He was getting to the bottom of this one.
Because I've been told by people that have seen me in multiple situations
Because
that
of your environment, where you're at, lighting wise. Is that like dietary? Like, is that like I want to know more.
Okay, let me read further into it.
Research.
Research.
I hit that rolled R real well,
Research.
and I didn't think I was gonna hit it that well. Boom.
Sun exposure, age,
Oh,
diet, heterochromia,
Heterochromia. That's
heterochromia,
actual-
emotions.
Emotions.
All by Fort Lauderdale Eye Institute.
Who's the Fort Lauderdale Eye Institute?
Fort Lauderdale Eye Institute.
I get that.
They're in Florida. Like, can you really trust them?
You were there.
No one can trust me.
Florida man.
Oh, Fort
I was Florida man for a week.
Lauderdale credentials.
No. I'm not trying.
We
to
were
call
sitting
you-
on-
I'm saying like I know they can change color.
We
'cause
were
I've
sitting on the
seen it.
balcony in Florida, and my buddy like randomly yelled down to someone to eat shit. I was like, "Why are you yelling at them?" Just and
But
then
here you go. Have you also seen the blue black dress and the white gold dress and the
it's
and
blue
the pink gray shoes and the gray or the white teal shoes?
Yeah, that's different though. Like
it's not, though.
I've been in my own bathroom and seen different colors
perspective.
naked. Like I've
Still
stood
perspective though.
I'm just
same
saying,
environment, same lighting, me naked,
Still
no clothing,
perspective.
still different color.
Diet, like you said.
diet.
So it changes.
Yeah, but I'm
That's
just
a
saying,
different color.
Perspective based on your diet.
Perspective of pigment.
No. I just don't think that it's a thing.
It's
that people
it's
are like, oh,
scientifically
sometimes
proven that it can.
That's okay. I'm gonna go. This is where I'm gonna say that's one article. That's where I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say, give me more. Give me more.
It was the very first thing that came up was institute that said so. All right, everyone go crazy.
Everybody search. Everybody search. EnvisionCenters.com, the eyes can naturally change their color as a response to the iris expanding or contracting in the presence of light or as the iris ages. This results in the eye gradually becoming darker or lighter in color.
That would be
American why did I mess up the word academy? I'm trying to say academy.
Academy?
Sun exposure, change in pupil size, clothing you wear, development of heterochromia. And those are all things that I think of, like, not necessarily, like, increased sun exposure. That's like I said, that's an exposure. That is something, yes, but that is not something.
This is from allabouteyes.com.
Yeah, that's the one I'm on. So
Okay.
I'm not gonna.
Yes,
Increased sun exposure, changes in pupil size, clothing you wear, development of. Yeah, okay, what you just read.
Yeah, see, the places I went were, institutes, not .coms.
Don't pull your dick out.
I'm not. I'm just saying I said something.
Sounds like you are.
I immediately got fought. Like, with a higher
fight.
pitch, I immediately got fought on something I said that I felt like I knew and that I was correct on. And then I'm
we're
still
just
being
wanting.
argued
We're
with-
just wanting to be thorough.
No, you're just trying to see that I'm wrong.
No, we're trying to be
Now
thorough.
you're taking things personally.
I'm
Yeah,
not. I'm
that's
just
not
like,
okay.
I'm
No,
right.
because I've watched Mythbusters on that. I've watched several other experiences where that is a complete sham. It's all because of other light exposure on your eyes, causing light to change, like to color. Because that's all that color is light being refracted differently. So if you're older, you're going to have more like cataract in your eyes. You're going to have more cloudiness in your eyes, which is going to change the light exposure. You
Okay,
have
but that's still
different colors.
color.
But that's not. I'm not saying like you're not like physically. That's not physical change. That's the light refraction. I'm
Okay,
not saying
like,
your eye-
like my physical eye isn't
I'm talking, like,
transforming.
when people
Yeah.
talk like, oh, my eyes go from brown to green. My eyes go from blue to
No,
brown.
yeah, I'm not
That's
talking. Yeah,
that's what I'm
not
talking
saying like
about.
my eyes go from like light, like pale blue to like dark brown.
No,
I'm
like-
saying my eyes go from like a light blue to a light green to a light gray. Sometimes a dark green, sometimes a darker blue.
I'm good. Like I just want to know
Yeah.
when the green happens. Like that's all I wanted. Because the other ones,
Normally I see green if I spend a lot of time outdoors, and then if I come inside, I
so
look in
your
the mirror.
eyes, so your pupils are more dilated. So maybe
So
you do
it's-
have green in your eye. It's just closer on the inside. So it's not necessarily your eye changing color. You're just seeing more of that iris.
I think more of that pigment's exposed.
So
That's
your
what you
eyes
just
not
said,
changing
yeah.
color. Your
That's
eyes
what you
that
just said,
always
yeah.
that time. It's just you're seeing that iris at that point in time because it's
The
if I-
blue,
but if
the
I'm-
blue
but if-
part of it's covered up.
No, the blue part's like on the outside. So
Oh, okay, yeah.
So when the pupil dilates
Yeah.
more, it gets to the green on the inside. So you're seeing the green.
Yeah,
on the
so
inside.
but it's, I mean, that's still kind of like your eye. Like I'm inside, my eyes look much more blue. I go outside, I come back inside, my eyes look much more green. I'm not saying like my eyes are visually a different color,
Yeah, but they're not a different color.
but they're
For scientifically, they're not a different color.
scientifically
This
as
is
You're
fun.
just seeing
as
you're
a
seeing-
viewer, as somebody who is using eyes to see other eyes. Everybody that saw them would say they're a different color.
I'm
They're not-
so
they're
glad
not-
to be back.
They're not. They're not chemically changing.
No,
Okay,
they're
I
not
guess
chemically-
technically they
nothing-
are because everything's chemical, but it's just the iris expanding, retracting,
That's physical change
Some chemical change.
due to chemicals
to muscles in your eyes.
that are made by chemicals.
Continue.
Everything's a chemical and chemical reactions. That's life and biology and existence.
Time after time.
Time after time.
Yeah. So
Hey, I just want to point this out. Remember, like, you seem really worked up right now.
I told you I've been awake since 11
like it.
p.m.
No, and this is the thing.
Keep
though.
it up.
This is the thing that you say that you like to do to other people is work them up.
Yeah, I'm also. The more I get tired, the more I lose the filter of trying to control myself. So I start.
This isn't an attack.
No. Because I want to go into the fact that like at the end of almost every Off the Rails or episode, there always gets a situation where I say something I really didn't mean, but my brain's being cynical because I'm very tired and I just like when my brain's like, all right, it's time to go to bed or it's time to like get home. My brain's just like anything outside of that goal is now an annoyance. And basically, like, it feels like a personal attack. Like, I know that they're not. But my brain, because, your brain's tired, and so you're easily stressed, you're easily annoyed. So
You're
I'll say things that are, like, insulting. Like, when I don't remember what I said. I said something, and you were just like, he was like, well, why'd you say that? Because it wasn't anything to you. I think it was, like a joke to, like, offend people that weren't even listening because we were already off and we were packing up. I was like... And like in my mind, I'm just like, I'm just being cynical because I'm tired. Like there's no real reason behind it. Like I understand like why I feel I do right now because I've had a sip of beer, I've had a little bit of caffeine, and I've been sweating my ass off, and I, did an hour and a half in a lake after working a long time, after not sleeping well. So, not sleeping the proper hours. So there's a lot of aspects that are going into the fact that like my brain's like trying to rush out information, not think about it, not think about reactions, not think about what people are saying to the fullest extent, or taking things the wrong way because my brain's been strained, it's been exhausted.
So what you're saying is when you're this tired, you're full of shit.
No, because I still back up the things I say. It's just I say things in a way that I don't really mean because I say things more aggressively. No, because there's truth in what I say.
I'm not trying to. That's not the. I just want to take down that.
I understand that I'm like this. I get defensive.
Worked up.
Yeah.
I get very defensive the later it gets because I lose my
So?
my wall.
Let's spend the next 20 minutes attacking him.
That's fine. No, listen,
And emotional.
no, I
Maybe physically if it gets to it.
I like defending myself because
Stop it. Stop.
I like challenges.
That's not a challenge because right now it's not being challenging. Right now it's just being asinine from all of us in this room.
Well, no, but I like because the more I can explain things, the more I can explain the way I go through my.
But being able to explain yourself out of every situation isn't something.
No,
that
it's
you
not.
get in your real life.
I'm not explaining my way out of it because I know I still do the things. I know it's things I need to work on. But I'm saying these are the things I do that I catch myself on that I'm trying to improve on.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, when you're getting tired, you have less. I don't want to say less control because that takes away the responsibility of like it's still my actions, it's still my responsibility.
Less restraint.
Yeah, but because I mean, there's
I
situations.
know words.
Yeah, I mean that's a good word. I'm not gonna be.
I was waiting for you to compliment me on how well I used it. But
That's I mean, it
I think you're smart, so I'm not going to
I had to fish for a compliment.
fish.
And I didn't like it.
Well,
I haven't-
I'm not gonna sit here and be like, good word, because that feels like
You
me being a
should
dick.
because it makes me feel better. Okay.
That makes me
about
feel
his
like a dick because I'm like, good job.
Yeah. Thank you. Treat me like a child. I like
I'm
it.
not gonna treat you like a child
Damn it.
because I don't want to be treated like a child, so I'm not gonna treat you like a child.
But I do treat you like a child.
You do treat me like a child,
I do.
but I'm not gonna treat you.
I'm like, are you on your way yet?
Both of you were fucking children.
I know. I love it.
I'm really trying. I'm trying to do a lot of work.
I'm not.
At least he's honest.
He's honest, yeah.
I am who I am, and I love who I am.
I enjoy who I am. I just know I can be better.
Oh, hey. Whoa.
Earthquake.
My camera's messing up. Oh, no.
I do think
What's happening?
That
What's happening?
It went that haywire from
Okay.
a slight bump at your table.
No, it's been like borderline this whole time, but
I do think it's very good for people to, if they feel something, understand why they're feeling something. I think when people just go with like, oh, I feel this way just because, it's like, well, if you don't understand the situation, don't understand why you feel a way, then it kind of, people use that as a gate to escape responsibility. Be like, oh, it was just a spur of the moment. It was just this. Or like, I'm feeling bad because of this, so I did this. It's just like, you can, I feel like that's an easy way to weasel your way out of situations. Where like, I'll take responsibility for my situation. I'll still explain why I did it, but I'll be like, I'm sorry. I did that. That's my bad. This is why it happened, but it's no excuse. But this is the situation. So it's like, I'm not explaining my way out of it. I'm just explaining it and saying I'm working on it.
you just did something I would never do.
You don't owe anybody an explanation for your behavior. You can
But I'm
apologize for
not
your
doing
behavior.
it for them. I'm doing it for me.
Don't do that because then it kind of. Trust me, like this is coming firsthand experience. That's the behavior that's my life. People pleaser exhibit. If I'm apologizing, explain everything why I'm apologizing to that person. You don't owe people that shit. That's not worth it.
But also have to remember, the only people I talk to are you guys.
But okay, then change that.
Outside of that, I catch myself at home doing like bad things that I shouldn't be thinking, or doing things I shouldn't be doing, snacking when I shouldn't be snacking, like just doing things where I have to sit down and think, okay, why am I doing this? Like, and then I think, why am I doing this? And then what because a lot of times it's my depression. Like sometimes I think really bad thoughts, and then I immediately go to the quickest way to satiate the feeling of release. So I'll play video games for hours, or drink alcohol, or smoke
Kick
weed.
Cameron's desk again.
I've lost my camera, by the way.
Oh, good. Thank God we don't have to look at that ugly mug anymore.
I know.
But
You're welcome.
yeah, so
it's gone.
There's
You're
just
not
a
gonna
lot of
see me the rest of the
situations because
episode.
I'm already not. I was not mentally strong as a kid. Like it's not like I went through I didn't go through anything like physically troubling. but I mean, my mind was just never correct. I mean, ever since I was young, and I can always remember like really like dark thoughts, and like always feeling something like on me that's just like I always felt weighed down by something that I couldn't control, and I was just all of my I feel like a lot of my happiness was just I was in a situation that I saw other people happy, so I was happy, and the second that went away, I was just like I cried a lot as a kid. I cried like anytime somebody wasn't around, I'd be crying. Like I was, and I at the time I didn't have the insight to think why am I feeling this way? It was just like that was the world to me, was just dark thoughts, dark feelings, and then feeling like you don't like you're nothing, you're no one, you're not doing anything, and what's the point?
It almost hit me in the head.
Yeah, so that's
Sorry.
So it's like
ruin the mood.
oh, it's like all these years of that mental struggle, and I didn't want to talk about it with anybody because the idea of like people didn't believe in depression, or like I knew a lot of people that like used it a lot for attention, and then just like when you saw them, like they didn't have any issues. I'd say they didn't have any issues, but a lot of times if people looked at me, I looked like I didn't have any issues. But meanwhile, like I have like scars on my shoulder from like taking razor blades to my shoulder because I didn't want it to be exposed on my wrists. So one way to I was deeply angry. So like the only way to get the anger out was to inflict myself with pain. So I want to inflict pain on others, which is it's not a good way to look at things. But and that goes on the thing of like I don't want another thing. I guess like I don't want to disturb other people. So I dealt with it in my own way by myself, which is unhealthy. I think no one person should ever try to isolate themselves to be better. I think human beings are naturally better when they're around other people.
I think DK has a question.
I have an interjection.
Go ahead.
Interjection, even better.
On this path of self-discovery, and I'm not dogging on you. I'm asking a genuine question.
Okay.
On this path of current self-discovery and self-betterment, and with that ideology that you just spoke, that no one should do it alone, and no one should. Are you seeking professional help? I have. Are you right now seeking professional help?
No.
Why?
Because I feel really good with the people I'm around and the situation I'm in and what I'm doing myself. I feel like I'm making much more progress than I've ever made when I did have professional help.
Okay. Question 2. You just told us before that statement that the only people that you hang around other than your work environment is me and him. I look at I'm not saying anything negative. I love you both dearly as friends, but I look at our friendships at this current stage in life as more as a business venture, like where we're really close, but we're more of a business venture.
Yeah, this is like this is like a work.
So this isn't homies hanging. I mean, this is homies hanging out time.
Okay,
but this isn't like you guys like. I have a whole fucking basket of other shit going on in my life that you guys are not privy to at all. So that's what I'm saying. Like you are my friend, but I don't feel that we are close enough to where I can be a positive influence in your life in that way. I'm not saying. So I'm saying this from like, I want you to be doing the best you can, and I want you to be seeking out that help because you don't have to take medication when you're taking that help. Just someone to talk to, because keeping it up here the way that you are it's not gonna shake out in the best way.
To add to that, I am the last person you want to have as an outlet.
No.
Because I turn everything into a joke.
Yeah.
So
I have.
And it's nothing personal. It's just how I deal with things is to make a joke out of it.
Yeah, and like all my situations, I take my situations seriously to me, but when I let my situations out, like I encourage people like no, like don't, and don't take this seriously, but like be light about it, like be fun with it. Like I hate to bring the mood down because I love that happy, energized vibe, and even when like we argue in here, I'm just like. It's all situational because we're tired, we're stressed, it's hot, and we're like sometimes we get heated, and then we're like it's something personal.
I've never left here thinking any less of you guys.
Yeah,
like,
same.
We have our arguments.
I
we
did
have our
once.
arguments. Did you? I mean once.
Yeah,
but-
once.
But fuck you. But at the
I did
same
it one time, but I got over it pretty quick.
But like, no, I'm not.
No,
I'm
real
not
quick-
trying
real
to
quick.
dog on you.
Yeah, real quick. I have because recently I've realized that when it comes to what I want to do, I don't. God, I hate. I'm
I
sorry.
just ordered a new webcam, by the way.
Nice.
Because
Someone named Summer Moses is calling me. I don't know who that is.
answer it.
It's a little late.
Answer it. Answer it
For the content.
Yeah, for the content. Answer it.
Speakerphone.
Speaker.
Oh, this is Jacob talking. How may I help you?
He answers his phone so professionally. Speaker. It's
Hello?
on Speaker.
Yeah,
Ah,
it's from San Diego.
Oh, dang it.
Probably a
bitches.
You say Sonia Moses?
San Diego.
No. Who was the person?
Summer Moses.
Oh, Summer.
Summer.
Like, I know a Sonia Moses, and she lives in California, which is strange.
So-
Why would she be
so-
calling Jake?
Apologies for everyone listening, but this is going to be a mental health episode now, apparently.
That's fine.
Again?
But again,
That's
yeah.
all we've gone to in the past like 3 months, which is another telling sign that maybe some work
Because
with an outside source might be helpful.
I'm going to go into that because I realized
BetterHelp.com.
what.
BetterHelp.com.
Ben.
We don't have a promo
no,
code.
bleep that because we're not sponsored.
Hey, we might get a sponsor because of it.
I don't know because I've had Raycons for a while and they haven't sponsored us.
But you haven't talked
I have
about
a
them that
whoop,
much.
and I haven't
I have
sponsored it.
I have a whoop.
I have a whoop.
Shit,
they
can we get a
haven't
sheesh?
But I realized with everything I do,
Sorry.
I never do things because I wanted. I talked about this when I mentioned that I was going to be traveling soon. Not soon, but like in at minimum a year.
That makes me sad.
We can still do the show. I mean, I know we can't hang out, but we can still
I
do
just
the show.
yeah,
That
those
makes me
just things
sad.
I need to do.
Yeah.
that
I know, but
yeah,
it still makes me sad.
to make me
Exactly. Like I get it. Like, trust me, dude.
No,
like,
I get it.
I know,
Like when I talk, I don't ever mean to sound like I'm
No, no,
talking down to
I
you.
understand. You're-
like
yeah.
you.
I do.
You are.
I know you do.
Like I can look at you and I can see a lot of similarity, and I'm not trying to tell you like, oh man, I've been there. I know, but I mean,
No,
like,
listen, I love
Yeah.
I love being asked questions because I like the more I explain things, the more I understand myself.
yeah.
I've been thinking recently because I've had an issue for a long time. I talked to our dad about this. I've talked to multiple people about this. Is that I have a lack of excitement about things. Like I wasn't excited when I got my first car.
Yeah,
I
no,
wasn't
no.
excited when I got my first
lack of
apartment.
empathy or lack. Yeah, no, I feel you 100%.
Because
Well, yeah, because you got a Mercury Mountaineer.
but it was my first car.
No, like I said, I got my first car. I like.
And when I
get
saw it-
it's. I get it. I like.
You
when
know
saying-
what the feeling
when-
is.
Yeah, no, like we don't get. You lived with me for a long
It's like a
time.
milestone.
There's a lot of times where I was just.
You feel like
Yeah,
it's
true.
do you feel like it's a life milestone? You're like, oh yeah, I did this. What's the next thing?
Yeah, like it's not. We're not really. It's not that we're not satisfied. It's that we're just like.
It happened. Like
Yeah, that's okay.
it's like I put so much work to get to this point. I'm like, okay, I got there. Okay, I did. I mean, I feel like I did it, so I shouldn't. Like, I'm not excited for something I worked this hard for because I worked this hard for it.
Yeah, like
It's
I
a
did
weird
this,
thing.
It's like you did
It's
it.
not healthy.
I mean,
I don't-
it is what it is. Like
I
it's
don't
not
think
being,
it's
not
healthy.
necessarily a proud. It's like a lack of pride. It's like a lack of empathy. Like
I have been told-
empathy, but I mean, I've been told I lack empathy. Because
I've
I don't
been-
feel, but it's not that I don't feel. It's that I don't react outwardly.
Right,
like I
right.
internalize all my feeling.
I don't feel sometimes for empathy.
I mean, no, that's the other thing. Like I said,
See,
there are
you know,
things that I
I'm
don't
kind of the same way though. Like I don't project
Yeah.
my feelings at all. Like you can ask my wife; she'll attest to that.
Yeah.
Like she's always like, "You never talk about how you feel." Yeah, because I don't want to.
Well, so that's the thing. I don't like. It's not the fact that like I would love to. I would love to be able to articulate.
Oh, I just don't want to.
Oh no, that's the thing is I don't know how.
I don't know how to vocalize it, so I don't do it.
I don't know how to articulate
Yeah.
what goes on in my brain
Right.
in a way that makes it come out to sound like what it means. Like,
Right.
I could literally sit in front of a camera for 10 hours and talk about like every emotion and thought that goes through my head. And I love to talk about it because I love to analyze my brain. And the more I understand it, the more I can kind of like, I can find the root and then work off of that. And then, so I don't feel excitement for things. If anything, I feel more of a anxiety of like something that I really want to do. I just want to get it done. Like I
I'm the
love doing
same
the
way.
podcast, but like I just want to get it done. Even though I love doing it, I just want to get it done because it's something I like doing. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like all day, I was like, I just want to do it.
But I
just wanna do it.
also-
I just want-
But I also like being here. But there's
No,
a lot
I
of
do too,
there's a
yeah.
lot of experiences where I just want it to be over with because I don't like it. I don't like it. Like I just want it to be done.
Yeah.
I'm just done.
No, I get
It's
that.
just another.
I'm one of those people. I can't go into like a big crowd of people.
Mhm.
I can't do it.
Okay.
I can't.
Like, which is so weird because I mean, I used to be in a band. We
Yeah.
used to play, but I was not in the crowd.
Yeah, you
I was
were-
in front of them.
Yeah.
But if I'm in that crowd, I want out.
Mhm.
I want out quick because
So-
I don't like it.
So this is going to go into what I think is my biggest fear now, and it's going off of what we were just talking about. I don't enjoy things.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like every.
I feel sorry for your
like
girlfriends.
what?
I feel sorry for your girlfriend.
I've had a couple of them that I didn't enjoy, so there you go.
Relationships
witnessed
are
one.
weird. Well, actually, no, it's kind of the same thing because I get the initial
Yeah, it's
chemical
yeah,
love.
they-
I get
they-
the chemical love in the
yeah.
beginning, and then it's like nothing. Like you're literally just a human breathing air to me quickly, and
See,
it's
I'm
like
the
it's not
opposite.
healthy.
It's like I either don't feel anything or I feel everything.
Again, I can't go off.
But
my,
I don't like outwardly project that.
Yeah, I
It's
can't.
just like all internalized, and they're like, well, "Why is he coming on so strong?" I'm like, "Well, it's
I can't
because
use my
it's
recent-
all in here."
Yeah, I can't use my recent experiences as an example because I was single and sexless for 3.5 years, like no physical contact, and then immediately found. I mean, I get a slut that would literally do anything. So,
Sometimes you gotta get them. Sometimes you gotta get them.
but I will say I was basically molested because I told her no multiple times. I said I do not want to do this. I don't like to sleep around, and I told her I care for you, so I don't want to do this. And then she, nibbling on my ear, kissing my neck, feeling up on me, giving me whiskey is just like after like 2.5 hours, I finally had sex with her, and then I became the bad guy afterwards. But generally, like I don't enjoy doing things. And the things I want to do have always been because other people want to do them. And I jump onto their enthusiasm because I like seeing people succeeding in things.
Mhm.
And I guess even when I work, like I never, even though I like, if I see a crowd and I see people, I love to be the center of, I love to entertain. I love to help. I love to make people happy. I love to be the center of attention when it's making people laugh and smile and feel good. But at the same time, when it comes to like working and doing things, I like to be the support structure so that people can succeed because of the work I've done to help them succeed. But I never find my own thing to do. And when I sit down and in silence and I think about things, I can't find anything I like to do. And now I'm at that point where like, I think I want to do acting because I have this drive to like be in front of people. And even when I'm by my house, by myself in my house, I act as if there's an audience. I start doing weird stuff. I do like bits by myself, and at the end of it, I'm making myself laugh, and I love it. I'm just like, God, I wish people were here to watch this. This is hilarious. But
Do you not remember the thing I recorded on for my TikTok earlier that I just randomly thought about while I was working and decided to film it?
see, but even with TikTok, like TikTok makes me uncomfortable. I don't know why. I think
It's-
social media.
It's just the same thing. Like you're literally you treat your phone as if it's people
I
watching.
don't like my phone though. I don't like if I'm at home. I don't like this thing.
Well, don't
being
look at it
used.
as a phone. Look at it as your audience.
I should, yeah.
Said my
But,
phone's not a phone. My phone's a tool. You know how often I actually use my phone as a phone. You know how often I text back, y'all.
I know.
There you go. That's about how often I use my
But,
I felt
phone.
real lonely all week.
But yeah, so yeah, I don't generally enjoy doing things. I do things because other people do things, and I like doing things with other people. Also because of the fact I'm so isolated that like, I mean, I come into work early and I can't wait for the first person to come in and just ask them how they're doing and have them talk to me. But so everything I've tried to do, like I did because it was new and I like doing a lot of things, but I can't find anything that I generally just
ADHD brain.
That's
That's
so
what it is. I mean, I've got a million hobbies.
So-
I'm only good at like 2 of them. But
I'm the same way.
I'm like okay at like everything.
Yeah.
Like everyone's like, how are you so good at so many things?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm just okay at a lot.
I got brought to my attention this week that I probably have ADHD.
No, I definitely.
No,
I
not
guarantee-
this week. It was
I
last
guarantee
week,
Yeah.
and it was someone that kind of works somewhat in the medical field,
Mhm.
and she was like, "I think you have ADHD," because I was like always like doing something.
Yeah, fidget. Like
I
yeah.
was either doing something or I was talking or I was like I had to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
my
like,
body
I
has
think
to
you have
stop moving
ADHD,
that
dude.
time.
I was like, oh,
Yeah,
I
no,
might.
I mean it's hard, and that's the thing is like, it's helpful. Like I said, I just want you to succeed,
Yeah, so
and I want you to set yourself up in the best way possible to succeed. And I really think that with what you're going through and the things that you're feeling, having a therapist, not necessarily for the sake of making you better, but just another person to unobjectively bounce your ideas off of.
I'm getting to that.
Yeah.
These last 2 weeks, I've been talking to myself about if I went to a therapist, what do I think I would want out of it? Because I don't want to go there and then just be empty-minded, even though I know I probably should. But
No.
no.
Go
So
talk to your therapist. They can't
Yeah.
do it
Yeah.
unless you're fucking molesting children or have like actively
No,
doing.
what
Like,
I
they
mean
can't
is
do
I-
anything to you.
No, what I mean is I don't want to go there and not know what I want to fix about myself. I don't want to go there and
Don't
be like,
go
I don't
there.
know.
don't go there like
Don't
that. Go there and just
It's not a
share.
goal. It's not a goal because the thing is life is about fixing yourself. You're everything. Your entire life, you're going to be fixing and changing yourself. That's how to be a human.
And that's
But
kind of
you
my
go
favorite
to
part right now too.
You go to the therapist because they are an unobjective person who will tell you, hey, maybe what you're thinking is a little bit silly. Take it back a notch. Or they're going to be like, no, that's totally cool. That's totally normal thinking. That's totally healthy. Do this. Do what you're doing. Or they'll be like, hey, the things that you're doing, maybe you should change them this way and maybe they'll help you out. Maybe not. It's not about making your life better. It's about taking steps to try different things.
Yeah,
They cannot help you unless you vocalize what's going on.
Yeah.
If
See,
they
and I have
don't,
no issue with that. I can vocalize literally anything older.
Okay, then that's
that's what you
go
need to
talk
do.
a therapist. That's
See,
what you need.
go in there and say
No.
what you're saying here.
No, so this is
Yeah, like
So-
or pay me $75 an hour.
Yeah.
well, see, I can
For
go
its
to a
time.
therapist for free.
That's
So,
what time's worth.
so this is
I had to call back to that.
so this is not an excuse because I do plan on going to a therapist. Like this is something I do want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
When? No, I'm not
Soon,
trying to be
soon.
no.
No, we wanna
Set
make
a date.
goals. We
Put
wanna make
a
goals.
date. I need you
Yeah,
need
no,
to
I need-
make a
yeah.
date because
Yeah,
if you don't make a date, you're just gonna next week. Oh, next week. Trust me, I've done it. I know. Like coming from someone who is you 10 years in the future.
yeah no I have a plan to call
it
the
really 10
VA
years?
Monday.
How old?
32. He's 23.
Ah,
23, yeah.
dang close.
Yeah, no, I'm calling the VA on Monday.
Okay.
Because I want to talk to them about that, and then a general physician. I want them to go through.
Yeah.
I want to have my body to see like if there's anything I need, what vitamins I should be taking, so on and so forth. And so that's 100% something that I have been talking to myself about, and it's something that I've talked myself into because initially I had bad experiences where I
yeah.
had one therapist cry to my face when I told her my situation, and the other one, I basically did what I'm doing now. I literally just talked for an hour, and at the end of it, they said, "So what do you need me for?"
Because I don't know how to like. That's the thing is like you.
Because they said that I had a good understanding of what I'm talking about and what I'm going through. I said, but I still have had I have really bad thoughts that put me on a rut for months. But I understand like where they're coming from. I can think through them, but it takes a long time,
But that's
and
the
sometimes
thing
they
is,
leave a lasting
even-
effect.
Even if you know, go through it with another person. If you understand where your trauma stems from on your own, that's fine. Go through
I saw that one.
I saw it in the camera.
Go through it because like I'm open to everyone. I was molested from when I was 8 years old until I was 12 years old. It fucked me up, but I wasn't able to really process it and understand the ramifications of that situation and the things that happened to me until I went through it with another person, and actually went through it and broke it down. And it's hard as hell because you have to relive that experience. You have to go through those things again. But at the end, it's worth it. And sometimes it takes more time. I've talked about several dark parts of my life with my therapist multiple times, because that's what, like, just because you thought you were over something doesn't mean you're over it, and that's totally okay.
See, but there's nothing I'm uncomfortable talking about.
That's fine. You don't have to be uncomfortable talking about, but just talk to it for another person so you can, because they're gonna help you understand. Like,
well,
don't look at your past, anything that happened to you. Like, a lot of this stems from childhood. You got to figure it out. Like, you got to talk to yourself like you are that child. You have to treat yourself like you are that child.
And that is where I find my biggest issue is that I hate pretty much every form of my younger self.
Then you need to come to terms with that.
Exactly. And that's been something like I deal with that a lot. That's my fear of silence.
Mm-hmm.
Is that every time I have silence is my younger self memories, and I'm
projecting your traumas into the present
I catch
moment.
myself at least 15 times a day going, because I have a memory of, like, not even like it's almost never anything massive. It's just something embarrassing that happened that meant literally nothing. I'm just like, why? And then I get like uncontrollable anger in that second, and then I sit there and I've taught myself that when I feel that, the second I feel the anger, like, it especially comes up if I smoke weed, because I let down that guard a little bit, so those memories come back really, really fucking hard. So I have a mechanism that I've made myself where I feel that, and I tell myself, you were a kid, you couldn't have done better, it's over. And then I rethink the memory while breathing, and I start to feel better about it. And then a couple of those memories, that's how it is. It's just I hear it, I breathe, and some of those memories aren't bad anymore. There's still a lot of memories that are really bad, and a lot of them were like, sometimes when I think about it, like, I make a fist, I'm ready to hit something, and then, those are those ones where, like, it's not going to be fixed from me doing it one time. It's not going to be fixed from me doing it one time every day for a year. But this is where I'm at, where I'm like, this is a mechanism that is working very well. And another thing about me is that, like, I'm not patient, and I'm working very, very hard on when I catch my mind going, do it now, it has to happen now. That's a big one.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, that was a big one. But yeah,
it's huge.
It's huge.
But yeah, I catch myself more and more times doing these things, and especially being impatient with money, with purchases, with future life goals. Like, if I could, I would get every single milestone in my life done in 1 year. But which it's really unhealthy. It's unrealistic. It's unhealthy. You're not gonna make good choices because you're forcing it. You're not letting it happen naturally. So I'm forcing myself to sit down, sit still, relax, and accept the fact that some things can only happen with time, and especially your mental and physical health have to happen at time. You can't not run for 15 years and then go run a marathon in 97 degrees.
No, not at all. No,
can't do that.
That's the thing. But no, like I said, I'm glad that you are. The thing is through all of our conversations.
Okay, real quick, what is that bug's been spinning? Okay, the second I talk about that bug stopped, that bug was spinning in a 1.5 inch circle. The entire time you were talking, it was just going. And I was like, I can't be serious with this thing spinning in a circle.
This is the downfall, leaving the doors open.
The thing is, you're aware. You are aware.
I've been aware from a young age.
But you need to, like I said, being aware is only half the battle.
And I've gone through 2 therapists and 2 psychologists, which I had for a year of each.
But also, I want you to remember, these are military. That was through military time stuff. Like, they don't.
Well, one was a. Actually both therapists were civilians, and then both psychiatrists were Navy psychiatrists. So the therapists were civilian, and they don't deal in military things. They deal with military people that have trauma. So it was a little bit different than the psychologists. But again, the civilian therapist, one of them cried, and the other one told me, "What do you need me for?" And then I think the only person that ever told me something that actually. And I just now thought about this. I actually didn't think about this before. One person, you know what a chaplain is?
Yeah.
So one chaplain said one line to me. It's probably the truest line of, why do you hate yourself? after I explained like basically my entire life story, then he said, "Why do you hate yourself?"
That's a fair question, though.
And I immediately went defensive, like I don't.
But
And then-
but
it's true.
The
I
way
do.
you talk,
Yeah,
it sounds
I-
like you do.
I do, and that's why like a lot of things don't like if I'm not exhausted, nothing bothers me. I'm an open book because I see myself and I go, nobody can hate me more than me, and nobody can say worse things that I haven't said to myself. So hit me with it, because it'll just make me laugh. Cause I'm like, you don't even know.
But here's
But
like that's
I'm-
the thing
yeah.
is like don't.
Listen, I'm trying not to.
I'm not saying don't. I'm saying
Just
Just
don't.
don't. Like,
don't.
why haven't you thought of that
Put
yet?
yourself up by your bootstraps. and get to work.
I'm like
It's like
I know. Trust me, self love is hard. Self love is fucking hard.
because there's so many there's so
What?
many things where I'm like, why would you do that? Why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? And it's really hard to let go of the things that you know are like. It's hard for me to let go of things I know are mistakes. Because it's a hard concept of like, how do you forgive a mistake that's a genuine mistake?
Let me tell you, you move forward.
See,
Brush
but
it off your shoulders. And
No.
move
I'm
on.
not saying. I'm
pick
not
yourself
saying
up
brush
from
it
your
off.
bootstraps.
No.
I'm saying.
Yeah, but
I'm saying-
genuinely, yes.
I'm saying you learn from it. That's
See,
what a mistake is.
That's
A
what I'm
mistake-
saying.
A mistake is
I'm
a
not saying
learning
like
experience.
forget and
Yeah.
See, that's
I'm
the hard
saying,
thing
like,
is that like
brush
I
it
don't-
off. I'm not saying like
Yeah.
shake off the cobwebs.
Like
It's
Embrace it
hard
and go.
because because of course none of us purposely hate ourselves.
No.
Like none of us go like, I love myself. Actually, you know what? Fuck me. And no one like gives himself a reason to hate. They're like I don't choose to have these memories come back. I don't choose to have these
Oh, no,
feelings.
no.
It's definitely something that it's a fight. It's literally an everyday fight of where I'll sit in silence and do nothing for 5 hours. And then like when people ask like, oh, what'd you do? I have to like make up a lie or an excuse of like,
No,
oh,
you
you
don't.
know, I
you have to do it
I
to
do
justify
because
your
I
mind.
have to just because I don't want people to worry about me when I'm already worried about myself. Like all the times I sit there and be like I'll sit there and be like, why? Like I'll sit there in my house in silence and be like, you know, why haven't I got myself a better job? Why haven't I gone and got the window in my car fixed? Why don't I go outside and go for a run? Why don't I go swimming? And then while I'm thinking these things, I just sit there in silence in the dark and don't do anything. And then the more I do, and I know the more I do that, the more I sit in solitude, the more I give myself the opportunity to hate myself. But there's a part of me that says if I don't do that, I feel like I'm running away from the fight. But then at the same time, why does it have to be a fight?
It's not a fight.
It doesn't have to be a fight. It can be a fight, but you know, everyone.
It's exhausting if it's a fight.
And I guess I have a mentality of, because the one thing that gets me in movies is the man who is at the brink of death and has been defeated and comes back up. Like that stuff makes me cry. Like I bawl my eyes out when I see someone who's like lost everything and then still fights their way back up. I'm like, oh my god. But I think that's
You don't,
I do that because I
you're-
see that self in me of like I
he's
feel
trying,
like
he's trying to self-sabotage to bring himself
no,
back up. But
no,
it's not,
I didn't start crying about that kind of stuff until I started feeling that way about myself, and then I saw it, and I was like, oh my god, like I didn't identify that because I felt like that beforehand. Then when I saw that, there's something in me. I'm just like, oh my god, like. Was that the big one that's been on the curtain? Yeah. I've been watching because it went behind your shoulder, then went behind your head and all the way up. I was like, that thing's gonna fall. But yeah, I definitely like when I put what I see in their physical pain and I bring that as a metaphor to the emotional pain that I don't want to say I've put through myself because I didn't choose it. It happened.
It happened to you, but that's fine. What you experience is what you experience. No one
Yeah.
will take that away from you, and bad or good, that's it. So what you experience is what you experience. And there's no
Yeah, and
there's
again,
no-
like I said, like most of this week besides today, and even today I had great what? Right. Oh, is it that? Is it me going like
Besides
that?
today,
Sorry, I have a really bad cod mouth right now.
it made me laugh so hard.
My mouth
It was
is
just
so
like a
dry.
perfect.
But
It wasn't like most people like it was just
right back
Move on.
into the story.
But like I said, like I I'm catching myself more feeling genuinely happy.
Good.
And I'm, like I said, I'm putting more emphasis and
Is it because I'm back from Florida? I'm on Ray.
I would say I didn't have a single good night's sleep in your house.
Why?
I don't know. Like none of the beds in the house were comfortable. I literally slept on the sleeping bag on the floor a couple of nights.
Slept in every bed.
Also because I wanted to snuggle with the dogs. That's why your dogs are spoiled because I kept on snuggling
Yeah,
with
I
them
know.
on the floor.
I'm trying to break him with that right now.
They trying to snuggle.
My dog came.
The dogs didn't spend a single night in the kennel. I snuggled them every night.
One
every
of
night.
one of my dogs came in. I was like, "Go to your kennel." He went straight to my bed and fell asleep. It's like, that's not your kennel, man.
I did leave them out a couple of nights, but that's because they spend a lot of time indoors, and I was
Yeah.
like, get outside, go do something. But no, so I'm trying to put a lot more emphasis and trying to make a mental note of all the times I feel happy, because I feel like I've spent too much of my life compiling bad moments. You know what I mean? Of like the avalanche of like one bad thing happened and then.
Yeah.
Snowball effect.
Instead of letting everything be a separate event,
It's
you
one
say,
big
"Oh,
event,
this
yeah.
happened,
Because
and then
of
this
because
happened,
you blame it
and then
on
of
one.
course this would happen right after that." And I mean, you could do that for the rest of your life and be 97 years old and be like, "God, for 97 years, only bad things happen." It's like, no, you just kept on compiling every bad thing,
Mm-hmm.
and
Gotta look
I
at the
definitely-
good, man. Gotta look at the good.
and you know what really helps? Breathing. Breathing helps. Breathing exercises.
Okay, there. Just
When you get
like I breathe every day, and
not enough. No, like
I feel like I
literally
breathe
just
more than most people because I gotta
taking-
catch my breath a lot.
a lot of people, including me, just they feel like they don't have the time to stop and take a breath and go.
You always got time to stop and take a breath.
You always have time, but if you keep on making excuses to not have time, remember my whole rant about excuses. If you keep on saying you don't have time for something, you make more time saying you can make the
Exactly.
time, and then you lose the time.
Exactly. So you just make
Like
the
the
time
intro.
for it. Yep.
Like the intro.
Speaking of time, we're at 51 minutes. So
There's another long
Another
off
long-
the rails.
Welcome to basically like the journey of seeing me going through my mental health.
speaking
All right, I'm
of
gonna
off the
text you
rails,
tomorrow, and if you don't say "wake up" and say 10 good things about yourself, looking in the mirror, I'm gonna go straight up like basic therapy 101 bullshit on your ass. You wake up in the morning, you text me the 10 things that you think are good about yourself.
Okay.
Do it.
Can I try to go down a list right now?
No,
nope, in the
because
morning.
the episode's over.
Episode's over.
Okay.
Happy 4th of July!
Woo! The piece of America to be a goddamn American.
By the time this comes out, the next episode we
didn't-
release will be after 4th of July.
I didn't think about that. Yeah.
So,
So drink a beer,
drink
have
a beer,
have a
blowing
burger,
shit up.
look at some titties.
This was a very
Yeah.
healthy episode.
I
Good.
usually look
I'm
at
glad
my
you
own.
enjoyed it. I'll also be taking my payment of $75 after the episode.
After the episode,
Oh, but I'm 80% disabled. You can't do this.
You can give me 75% of a blowjob and we'll call it even.
That sounds like the worst blowjob I've ever had.
Hey man, I'll get
If I got a 75% blowjob, like which 75 is it?
I'll get it started for you.
Anyways, until next time.